holidays are over and it is the start of the 2014 World Rally Championship, and it is all change. We have a new world champion, Sebastien Ogier for Volkswagen Motorsport. Can he defend the title from the likes of Thierry Neuville, who's now at Hyundai, or Mads Ostberg, who's moved across to Citroen, or maybe Robert Kubica or Mikko Hirvonen at M Sport? Who will be his biggest challenger this year? We've got 13 rounds to look forward to this year. We've lost Rally Greece, but we have got Rally Poland to look forward to instead. And of course, Pole Position will be there bringing you all the latest action, even if they're not on the ground at the rallies. First things first though, let's check out the service park here in Gap for Rallye Monte-Carlo. So they've got very ambitious plans, Hyundai, and talk about coming in with a massive presence in the service park. This is their service area, a huge structure. They've got the names up there, and I noticed it earlier, they've put Thierry and Nicolas, not Neuville or Gilles. It's a very friendly, quite chatty way of doing it. So Thierry's little part of the service area here, and then we've got Danny Sordo, who's partnering up with Marc Martin again. So completely different for Danny. Is it going to be better or worse without Carlos? We'll have to watch out and see how he gets on at Monte Carlo. But look at this, they've got ramps going up into the garages. You just don't see this in the service park. Completely new. It's like Hyundai have come in and they just want to do something completely different to the other teams that are already in WRC. It is a huge service park, I might just add, so it's going to be a bit of a trek, but I'm still going to give you a tour of the Gap service park. Come with me, Volkswagen is next. So, Volkswagen, the current world champions. We saw Sebastien win the championship in Rallye de France. They went wild in the garages. It's a lot calmer today, but still lots of fans wanting to get a glimpse of the current and new world champion. We asked Sebastien Ogier in the press conference what it felt like going into the new championship as world champion, and this is what he had to say.
Compared to last year, of course, it's a big difference, because I remember last year at this time I was quite nervous. I was a bit worried to know where we are compared to the other car, if the job we have done in 2012 to develop the team, develop the car was good enough or not. We had a lot of interrogation, and luckily only after one stage we had a good answer last year, because we've seen immediately that the car was well born. And but this year, of course, it's very different. Now we are with the number one on the door, so it's a good feeling.
So apart from Thierry Neuville being a massive contender for the title this year with Hyundai, Sebastien Ogier has also got to watch out for his teammates. Volkswagen have got exactly the same setup as last year. Jari-Matti Latvala and Andreas Mikkelsen. Jari-Matti is a serious contender for the title. And who knows, maybe Andreas could too. There's not very much pressure on him, but it's good to see Volkswagen still exactly the same. But I have to say, still, I've been blown away by the Hyundai setup. So it's still nice, but I think it's sitting at number 2 for me. Let's go on to M Sport. Lots of people here today, lots of people crowding around to see the cars being worked on during shakedown, making all those last tweaks before they head out for real tomorrow and drive the cars in anger for the first time in 2014. Lots of people. We've got radio stations all set up, we've got cameramen everywhere, we've got Pole Position. So we've made it to M Sport. It is quite a big service park, as I mentioned earlier, but a lot of cars at M Sport this year. We've got Robert Kubica down there, we've got Elvin Evans, we've got Mikko Hirvonen. It is a cool setup, and Mikko Hirvonen has actually come back to M Sport. I caught up with him earlier and asked him what it was like coming back to his old team. You're back with M Sport. Sum up how you're feeling going into the new championship 2014.
I'm really happy, excited. You know, it's really nice to be back here. Almost all the guys, you know, I know from the past, so it's been really easy to come and have a laugh and make jokes with the boys. So I really enjoy it.
So you've got fans asking for interviews, we've got Elvin signing a few there. Here's the hospitality bit for M Sport. We go in and get a little cup of tea or a coffee when we're feeling a little bit chilly, because there are mountains covered in snow behind us. It is very cold up here in Gap. A lot of snow, a lot of ice, changeable conditions. It's what Monty's all about. Right now though, we've got to head over to the other side of the service park to find the Citroen area. Come with me. And here we are, Citroen, still more fans, all trying to get a glimpse of the cars and the drivers. And this year's drivers, Kris Meeke and Mads Ostberg. They're in there at the moment doing lots of interviews with all the journalists, but you can see the cars over here. Let's go and see them all jacked up. Come over. So Kris Meeke's car here, number 3. He was talking yesterday in the press conference about having a full-time drive in WRC. This is what he had to say.
Yeah, it's good to get the opportunity to do a full season. It's something I never had before. So to start with a team with so much experience and with a good car is really good. Over the last 3 or 4 years, I've always found myself in a position where I'm developing cars and doing all the test work. But now to step into a car that's fully developed and yeah, ready to win rallies, it's good. I still have a lot of experience to gain, and yeah, it's nice to get the full season to build up my experience and try to fight, you know, after I gain the experience.
So I've introduced you to the new WRC teams for 2014. We've had a look at the service park here in Gap. Earlier this week we were down in Monaco because that is the special thing about Rallye Monte-Carlo. There are 2 service parks. It starts down in Monte-Carlo for the opening ceremony, comes up here to Gap for the service park and the first couple of days of the rally, and then we all head back down to Monaco. But the conditions are what make this rally super special. The drivers have said it themselves, they are notoriously difficult because they change so much. We can have snow, ice, rain, slush. Thierry Neuville summed it up and said that he preferred the stages in Gap to last year's in Valence.
I feel quite confident. I know in the past, yeah, I was always a bit afraid before this rally. Difficult conditions, no experience for me. But now it's completely new rally. I prefer more of those stages in Gap than it was in Valence. So yeah, it's a nice rally, and I'm really looking forward to it. But definitely will be a big challenge. We see already some ice patches in the stages, quite bumpy parts, and yeah, with all the rain we got in Monaco, who knows, maybe it was already snow on the cold, so yeah, it can be quite challenging.
So Thierry hasn't just got the conditions to worry about, he's got a new team, a new car to work with. Can Hyundai come in strong and take the first win of the season? We will have to wait and see. There's so much to come this week. We've got ice karting with the WRC drivers, we've got the special stages, and of course we've got that infamous stage, the Col de Torini. We're here all week, so get in touch with the channel, comment below, tell me what you want to see, and if you want me to ask the drivers anything. Meanwhile, let's get on with Rallye Monte-Carlo.
No, I have no idea.
I don't have a clue.
Automatic.
Manual.
Boobs or bums?